Unfortunately, we were messing around with just some dumb chemicals, and I was just unfortunate to be the one holding the 2-liter pop bottle filled with all these chemicals when it exploded. You know, I wanted to be a rock star, as many kids dream, you know, want to be a fireman or an astronaut or whatever, you know, I sort of just wanted to be a rock star. That's what pushed me as a young kid, you know. I grew up my hair really long. I remember always sitting in the living room watching whatever band my dad was having a rehearsal with, and you know, just really, you know, enjoying it.
I was surrounded by musicians, you know. I had rehearsals and jam sessions, and there's a lot of great musicians that I work with to this day that remember when Oscar was born. So now they're playing gigs with him, which is amazing.
Actually, he never really pushed me to pursue music. He just was very accepting that I wanted to, you know, on my own. I loved jazz music as a kid, but really, I say probably around 14, 15 is when I really started learning a thing or two about music. It's really quite a simple story. You know, I was messing around with a friend, sort of midday, afternoon, sort of like a day like today, really nice out, a little cold because it was November. And yeah, unfortunately, we were messing around with just some dumb chemicals, and I was just unfortunate to be the one holding the 2-liter pop bottle filled with all these chemicals when it exploded.
You can't really describe what it is like to see your child in an ICU, you know, in an emergency room. The first wave is, you know, dizziness, and you feel like you're gonna faint, you know, when that happened, and then there's just waves and waves and waves of thankfulness that, you know, that he'd be okay, you know, that he was gonna be blind, but he would be okay.
I went to go see some other specialists in Toronto, and you know, they sort of looked at my eyes and, you know, said, you know, it's going to be a lot longer before we can even start thinking about this kind of stuff. The two things that helped me with my music career after being blind is, for one, I wasn't playing as much video games, obviously, and two, I got a chance to go to the W. Ross School for the Blind and study music there for free with some great teachers. But it made no difference, you know, in my love or passion or inclination to music at all. You know, no one has ever really, you know, looked at a piece of paper with music notation on it, not really knowing anything about music, and having a big epiphany. A lot of people inspire me musically to pursue a career. Musicians that I've got a chance to play with, you know, my dad's a big one. You know, all my friends at school, we're all studying the same thing, we're all studying the same music, and we're all sort of chasing the same kind of dream. What I love about music is, you know, it's my music career is done when I'm done, right? Like there's not really going to be a point where I can't express any sort of music, right? Everyone goes through something in their life, you know, that is, you know, a lot of the times a lot more tragic than losing your vision. And just have to find what makes you happy and never stop doing it, really. There's no point overcomplicating things, you know, just find what makes you happy and do that a lot, so you're happy a lot.